Good morning. We are going to get into another PuffCast. I'm 216. Hello. Good morning. It is a rainy day in Seoul, and we are going to jump right into it. Let's look at our two. Oh no. We are not going to look at our two guys because we have Stevie Ray Vaughan wearing a red Stetson, smoking a pipe, and playing the guitar. And as cool as you think you might be, you are not Stevie Ray Vaughan smoking a pipe and playing guitar while wearing a red Stetson. So let's set the scene a little bit. As I speed up the game, we have two players. It looks like they're both Zerg. We have the red Nosy, which is apparently some guy who is Nosy. And we have 216's friend, Nom de Plume, who we refer to as El Cufero for these purposes. Now things are about to happen, so let's get into it a little bit more slowly. Yeah, we've got an Overlord Scout. I don't really know if that's anything interesting. We do have a double Overlord Scout. This Overlord super highway stuff going down, although at this point Nosy is really going off the beaten path and sending an Overlord down into, I don't know what, down here, the center of everything. Not much, but good Overlord spread. I guess that's what you want to say about that. And Nosy has taken an expansion already. He's only mining 14, so maybe that was a early expand, or well, it must have been, huh? 15 expand, 15 hatch from Nosy. Very greedy for a Zerg. That is death to any Zerg who tries to do that against a Zerg who goes Speedling opening. Speedlings will crush a 15 hatch, as I am so fondly familiar with. My Speedling opening has crushed many a greedy opening. And now that I'm trying not to play a Speedling opening, I get crushed myself by them. It's a tough build to deal with. I'm going to try to talk a little bit less, just because there's such good music on. I don't really want to be screwing with it at all. In fact, dare I say, people will tune into this just to listen to the music. But I digress. We do in fact have some Speedlings, well, some Slowlings on the board. Puff is sending out a couple Lings, and he's morphing in couple more sets. Oh, speaking of which, let's ship the fair online. Let's see what goes on. There hasn't been any drone scouting. I don't exactly know what's going to be going on. yeah, so he goes right for the hatch, which is great. Oh, two Lings come out. Now, Puff had a little bit of macro, and he does, micro, and he could be able to pull that away. 4 Lings is not going to be enough, although he knows he drops his Spine Crawler into his main just to do a little bit of defenses. He just now is getting out his first Queen. I don't know if a Queen's about to pop down here, but a Queen and a couple Lings are plenty. Ooh, those Lings go down awfully fast. He knows he might lose his Queen here. No, it looks like Nosy's going to be able to defend himself. Oh, he's had to make a lot of Lings though, and he does cancel his. Okay, he cancels the Spine Crawler, and he does look like he successfully defended that. That didn't look too bad. So, an early expand seems to have been dealt no significant blows, except for now Puffer does have Speedlings, and he's got some Banelings, but it looks like since he's morphing them back at home, he's just going to use them for defense. I don't know exactly what Puffer's plan is at this point, because he's only got 11 drones mining at his main, and so he is at an economic disadvantage to the fast expanding Nosy, who is 14 workers mining. Not a huge advantage, but Puffer's just now getting up his second. He's going to be down a little bit of larva compared to Nosy. Nosy's made a lot more units. So right now it looks like Nosy's really doing better. Nosy's has made a large round of Lings, and you can see he's making a few more. He's overmining his main. Oh, and he's doing a pull, so he maybe, yeah, it looks like since he's got 10 droning down here, he's just pulled 7 drones off his main, and he's moving down to his expansion, which I don't know if I think that's a very good idea, but it looks like both players are now going for Ling Baneling, and surprising since that's really what Zerg does nowadays, and has really done pretty much, I guess, forever. Well, Puffer might be moving out for a little bit of attack here, and certainly Nosy is not in any position to be able to deal with this much right now. Although Nosy should be seeing it coming, and he sees it right now. The only issue is that Puffer might be trying to poke into the third to see what's going on, but he didn't yet. He's just being a little bit tenuous. Is he waiting for his Baneling to come back? Oh, he is, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but those Lings are about to die. Oh, that was pretty good. Maybe if he could... I don't know. Obviously, Puffer's attack is getting repelled pretty quickly here. Those 3 Banelings of Nosy's are being retreated back to his main base. Maybe morphing in some more up at some point, but he's got 3 for now, and I think that seems to be plenty since that was enough to scare off Puffer's army. Probably a good move, although Puffer's now making 5, morphing in 5, so he'll have 6 total Banelings when he gets his army up and going just a second from now. Now Puffer's continuing to drone and continuing to add gas, so it looks like he's moving into the later tech. He's making a lair. He's gonna probably be dropping, I would say, a spire, since that seems to be his thing, although 3 gas spires are not the biggest, it's not the most effective use of, well, it's tough to get a spire really cranking out on 3 gas, so I'm not exactly sure what he's going to do, but he is putting in spores at each base, as well as he should, since Nosy is taking a spire himself, and the spire is about halfway done. Although Nosy's still not fully mining, he did take all of his gases in the main, and it looks like he's moved some of his drones off there, but he's way obviously overmining his gas here. He's overmining his main base because he's got 17, so he's got 1 too many, and in the meantime his third is going down like there's no tomorrow. It's not really that exciting because he's not going to be able to do anything about it because he has no reaction times whatsoever. And he certainly has a lot less of an army than Puffer does, although it doesn't display that on the mini-map. But it looks like right here, he's being totally chased down by that 1 Baneling, who now is going to go in and die to the Queen. But that's okay. That is okay. Puffer now has a third being made. He successfully took out Nosy's third, and it's not looking too bad. Nosy's continuing to float Overlords over here, even while it's this big Overlord race. Like, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. It's an Overlord death race. I don't know why Puffer's retreating this Overlord, but maybe it's a misclick, or maybe he's just trying to reposition some stuff. I know as we get into this point in the game, especially as Mutilisks start popping out, these Overlords are in a lot of danger. So that might have been what he was thinking, just trying to save what he could. I guess Nosy's using these 2 to check to see whether the gold has been taken. Not bad. And he's using this one to spot the third, which you can see clearly. The only issue is that, again, if Puffer drops down his spire, which I don't see yet, he's going to have a lot. That must be the spire. No, another spore. No, another spore. So he's dropping a lot of spores. He's got 2 at each base. But no Roach Warren and no Spire, so he's got a lair, but he's really sticking to early game tactics and unit composition right now. I don't know. Maybe he's thinking that against roaches don't do anything against Mutilisks, obviously. So just wait for Hydras or just a spore of his own. But he's not going for spore, and he's continuing to get these ground upgrades. Going for melee and whatnot. Oh, he does have a Spire. Just popped. Okay. Totally missed that for some reason. I guess I don't have as good. I don't even have good map control as an observer. That's just the sort of quality I am. Well, that was foreseeable. That was foreseeable. So it looks like Puffer's going for a big counterattack. It doesn't even end up. Oh, he does lose his third. Okay, yeah. So Puff loses his third, but he goes for a strong counterattack, which is not necessarily a bad way to do things. All these lots of drones. 37 drones mining his third. Puffer goes in, takes out a Queen, moves down to try to take out some drones, but I don't know how much. I guess he's being successful. He's taking out a couple drones. But he's now got a lot of. Well, he's fighting Lings with drones at this point. I don't know why. Actually, I really don't know what's going on here. I really have no idea. I must be making that poop face. I don't know. I was totally missing something. All of his drones get pulled. I guess Puffer ran a bunch into the main. You know what? I'm just gonna back that up because I really want to see what's going on. I don't usually do this, but that was fun. So Puffer was getting attacked, and so here's his big army of wings, which he uses to attack the drones down here. And like, yeah, he does run some guys up here to take them out. So it's a good counterattack by the wings. Here's all the Mutalisks flying back to defend. So all of the drones get pulled down here. That's what happened up there. This main is just getting ravaged. Lots of drones getting lost. 19 workers killed. Although, that's a shit ton. That is just a metric shit ton. Puffer trying to target down the spire. Not quite going to be successful. That's what's going on up there. In the meantime, down in the main, naturally is getting a lot of work done. Not really successfully taking out gas. Those workers being moved back. So again, Nosy seems to have held off this by not doing a great job with his drones because they're just sitting there, and he's again overmining these. But Puffer just continuing with the relentless attacking, and now Nosy does not have enough Zerglings to be able to deal with this. Although one Baneling is certainly pretty helpful in this. I'd kind of like to see Puffer just turn and fight, thank you, because it's just a few, and then go back in for the counterattack. But against all these Banelings, and then now he's taking out the Banelings, and he's continuing to do some damage there. So this is just relentless aggression by Puffer right now. He's got a lot of links back home that are just sitting there, but he's probably preparing for next attack. I don't know. I've seen the production. He's making a hatchery, so I guess he's trying to take a macro hatch, which he is, and a couple Banelings. But in the meantime, he's really just going to town on this third of. Oh, and he does have a couple Banelings coming to the midst. That could be really helpful against the wings here. Oh, but he uses him to try to target down the hatch. Not totally successful, but he really is just relentlessly aggressing, which is good. That's what we like to see. Essentially taking Nosy down to 2 bases. He's only got 13 and 17 droning each, and no gas being mined at all, except for maybe just one up in the main that he did not get to at that time. But that is not too shabby. Puffer's probably, hopefully, continuing his upgrades, but he's not. Oh, he's getting an upgrade on his Mutalisks, of which I have not seen any until just now. So these must be the first Mutalisks that are popping up, and now it is going to be a somewhat fair fight since Nosy is not taking any gas, not able to mine any gas. He's lost both of his geysers at his third if he even had them, and he's just recently begun to put guys on gas there. So only mining 2 gas. Puffer should be able to get a muta count up really quickly. Oh, in fact he does. You can see now if he just does some targeting, I think this is going to go really well for him because he got crushed last time and his upgrades are going to be coming along. You might want to wait until this the +1 is done and he's getting the carapace, which will make the confrontation a lot better, but we shall see. I know he's a little hesitant to engage with Mutalisks, but that is okay. I do not really see exactly what Nosy can do right now with Mutalisks all up in his business. I don't think he has enough Mutalisks to fight this, and if he does, it's going to be a pretty fair fight. +1's almost done, but not quite, and you can see Nosy's retreating his Mutalisks. Meanwhile, Puffer loses all of his Zerglings to a Baneling defending the third. So I guess Nosy had that. I was all excited because he had this big counterattack coming. But that's the end of Nosy's Mutalisks. So I think Puffer should just turn and fight them right here. He's trying to take out the Baneling nest, which might be a good idea, but he's losing all of his Mutalisks in order to do so. But it's probably worth it in the long run. If he can fly out of there, if he can buff up his Mutalisk count, that might not be too bad. This little Zergling reaction force probably isn't going to do much. Oh, well that was an unsuccessful Baneling. I thought that Baneling was going to be the end-all be-all business, bee's knees, but it looks like Puffer might end up losing his third again. He's got a couple Banelings coming down. He misses a pretty good opportunity for some Baneling hits. Really not looking very good, but that is okay. I think Puffer's still in a strong game. We'll just check the situation out. He's almost mined out of his main, and he is overmining his main, but that means he's got a lot of workers. Obviously, he can move a lot of those workers down to his natural, and he's got this macro hatch, so that's pretty good. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get into the main with any sort of effect, and now that his Mutalisks are there taking out his force, nothing's going to happen. He's got a couple Banelings, so these Zerglings are just going to die, and that's obviously going to be a good game. So, good game, Puff Nuts. I don't know exactly what to say. Which is really what you want to hear from the guy talking. That's brilliant. So I'm going to jump out of this game. Thank you all for watching, all one of you who is following my stream at this point. And I will sign off. Good game by Puffer. We'll jump into future PuffCasts very shortly. Thank you. Bye bye.